Hi students, this is Dr. Venkateshan. I'm working as an assistant professor in computer science and engineering department. This is a very unique department, right? So this particular semester, I'm going to handle computer organization architecture for you people, right? So before that, we should know that in this semester, how many faculty members are teaching computer organization and architecture along with me. There are 6 batches are there. So I'm handling one batch and other 5 faculty members are there in this very unique department, computer science and engineering. So first, Dr. E. Kribakaran, he is the senior most faculty member, right? And second one is Dr. Naveen Sundar, he is also working as assistant professor in computer science and engineering. And Dr. Sabita ma'am, so she is also working as a assistant professor in computer science and engineering. So along with us, Dr. Narmada ma'am is there, then Ivan Tanakumar sir. So these are the 5 faculty members are handling this particular subject, computer organization and architecture, right? So before going into this particular subject called computer organization and architecture, we should know that what are the basic things we should know about computer, right? Computer system. Example, if I'm asking a question says that students, what do you know about computer, right? Surely you people will say the exact right answers, right? So a computer is a functional unit or it's a computing unit. It will process the data, something like that. You will say exactly perfect answers, right? But if we are moving inside the system perspective, again we need to divide the systems into number of components, right? So simply in the system perspective, you will say that I/O devices, input/output devices, then processor, then networking components, like that. You can divide the system into number of components, right? So that is the other point of view. Then if I'm asking the question says that how my laptop or PC is working, right? If I'm asking a simple question to you people will say that, sir, I will give the input, my system will process the data and it will gives you the output. Something like that, you will simply answer the question. Yes, that answer is exactly correct, right? But we need to know that how my inputs are taken by the system. Right. If I am giving a long input, if my input is very larger, right, at that time, how my system will respond, right? So whatever I am speaking, whether my system will understand my language or not, right? How this language is processed, right? How can I give the input? Whether if I am giving input in a speech, right? If I am giving a input in a text format or a music format, right? Any format you can give it to the system. System surely it will understand. So for that, there is a background process, right? It need to understand your input, what type of input you are giving. So audio file or video file or text file. So what kind of input you are giving. So all these formats your system need to understand, right? So this is how your process input will be processed. Then this is how your input will be then taken into the next level. Right? Then after processing, the result will be given to the user. Like that, we are going to learn all these things as a collective manner, right? So then example, if I'm asking you to say that, can you simply define your system, right? How your system is functioning, right? So how you can answer it? So you can answer it, my system will get the input. That is the first option, right? Any system will get the input first. And second one is, it will process the input, right? At last, it will produce the output. This is how you can simply say your system is working, right? Then another question is, why should I learn this particular subject in first year itself? Yes, it's a right question, because before going into the programming perspective, right? Example, if you are learning a programming concepts, right? Example, how to define a variable, how to write a function, how to write a program. So whether how can I include the instructions, then how can I reduce my instruction, that is how can I reduce my program size. All these things you should know, right? So how to write it, how to minimize the code. So for that, you need to understand the system perspective, how the system is taking the input, how the system is performing or processing the input, how the system is producing the results or output. right? So this particular background you should know before getting into the programming, right? So in this computer architecture, short form we'll call it as computer architecture, right? So the full name is computer organization and architecture. Yes, so in this particular subject we are going to learn how the inputs will be, how the inputs will be taken by the system, how the memory concepts are there, how the memory concepts will be accepted or accessed by the operating system, right? So then how the operating system will perform operations along with the hardware, right? All these things we are going to discuss and we are going to learn in this very subject called computer organization and architecture, right? And example, if I'm asking a question says that how your program will be executed or where your program will be stored, right? So in main memory or secondary memory or registers, all these things, right? Very unique components are there in the CPU, right? So all these components we are going to learn, right? So collectively we are going to learn, and surely this particular session, right, this course will be very interesting to you. Surely you will enjoy the learning, right? So welcome to the course called Computer Organization and Architecture. The course code is 20CS2009. So this is the course code, right? So welcome to the department also, right? You are entering into the very unique department, right? Computer Science and Engineering. It's a well established department. You have many labs, you can see that, right? So welcome to the department as well as welcome to the course Computer Organization and Architecture.